Little bit of a minor glitch to start, but listen, you'll have that at the big jobs, and the big job is the Atlantic City Open. So, Andrew Wong up against Shane Smith. We saw Shane Smith win Everwinter last year. We were able to stream that. You can check that out on the YouTube right now. And we also have Andrew's team to go over.
Andrew's team.
So it looks like he's going to be running Sam Wilson Cap, Captain Marvel, Iron Man, Ant-Man, Wasp, and Black Widow. That is a wide Avengers roster. Some Sam Spam, some might say. And then as far as tactics cards, it looks like we have... Oh, go for it.
Yeah, we've got Sacrifice, Fall Back, Ricochet Blast, Recalibration Matrix, and Avengers Assemble.
Nice. All right. Solid start. And then we also have Shane's roster here. So this is a Spider Foes roster. Going to be led by Mr. Dr. the Green Goblin. Somewhat of a scientist himself, some might say. Followed up by his friend in science, Dr. Octopus, Juggernaut, Toad, and Mr. Dr. the Rhino. So a different setup than we've normally seen from Shane. Usually pretty heavy on some traps. No Rocket here, and no Cassandra Nova to really just overwhelm his opponent with all sorts of traps.
Interestingly enough, with tactics cards, Shane also took Sacrifice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he also took This Is a Robbery, Sinister Traps, Carnage Rules, and Brace for Impact.
Go from a Gophers.
Yeah.
There you go, Lindsay. Lindsay is our eyes in the sky for today. And as far as the Longshanks for this, if you wanted to check these guys out and see all of their teams, this is a 3x3 tournament. The Longshanks is right there. And once again, as always, thank you to Frontline Gaming for sponsoring the show and having us here. And if you type in FGL, guess what? Nothing's going to come up, but Frontline Gaming might. Unrecognized command. Uh-oh. Wow.
They're going to learn today.
Yeah. You're definitely going to have that on the big jobs. But, so Danny, great turnout this year. So last year, really Friday great. For ACO, Friday was kind of just some casuals.
Yeah, a lot of pickup games, a lot of just kind of hanging out. Mm-hmm. But now we have this 3x3 tournament, which is kind of intimidating in a way, but everybody seems to be really, into it. I know a lot of the players had only 2, and so they were hoping to pick up a third when they got here, and that actually worked out because some groups brought 4 people, so they had a spare. So they've kind of been able to mix and match and mingle like that, so that's really awesome.
Yeah.
It really speaks to the community of the game.
Very much so. Yeah. And Brian Watson, who's the TO this weekend, was telling us actually very specifically that exact thing, right, where there was a group with 4, and then Ravensguard and Savage, who we've seen a bunch, especially in chat and around all the Facebook groups, needed a third. So they were able to put him right in there, and it looks like he's actually on he's on table 13, John, and he's playing against Mike from Strike Better.
Nice.
Who we got to see. He just came over and said hi because he was their first stream game at LVO in the LCQ. Played against Dayton. Right?
Love that guy.
But, all right, so looks like we're getting set up. Are the rules for the 3x3 tournament? I can't hear you.
Shane's got prio.
All right, so Shane does have priority here. Are the rules for the 3x3 up anywhere? Yes. That is something that is probably up somewhere. I believe it is on, it's in the player packet. I can get that link for you. And we've seen this a few times. We saw this format also at Ironweld just a couple weeks ago. It's an interesting format where effectively no one can take the same character across all 3 members of the team.
Yeah. And I know that really made a lot of choices for some of the players, like Alyssa was saying. She couldn't run Inhumans because one of her teammates wanted to run
Web Warriors.
Web Warriors, so they were going to take Miles. And then she was with, who wanted Voodoo? I can't remember. She was telling me.
I think Ben wanted Voodoo.
Yeah, yep. So she kind of had to make some adjustments there, and I'm sure that's true for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because like you said, can't double up on characters.
Well, the thing that I really like about it specifically is you get a very wide dearth of stuff, especially in stream, right? Like seeing Ant-Man and Wasp is something we haven't seen in a long time, especially at a competitive event.
Yep.
But that does look like Juggernaut is down for Shane, and it's looking like
Sam's down for Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, just to the left of that size 4 building, which terrain on the board today, thanks to Frontline Gaming.
Yes.
Yep, they hooked us up. And big thanks to Alyssa and Ben for having super glue so that they could fix the coffee shop sign so that I could get a coffee shop on there.
100%.
Can't really see it super well, but I really appreciate that because I was in love with it. But we had to do a couple adjustments.
And just a massive shout out to them. That's Ben and Alyssa of Married Couple Protocol. You can find them on YouTube. I'm sure there's a reel up right now of them pulling me away from getting set up today to trick me into being fired upon with some Spider-Man web shooters.
It was pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what was happening, but it was fun to see. I almost went over with you too, like, because Brian called him over and looked like there was something very serious happening, and I was like, oh, maybe I should go and hear this, but
because I was definitely in the middle of something at the time, so I was like, oh, it must be important.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, so round 1, and then I got webbed up, all webbed up.
So we've got for Shane, we've got Juggernaut, Rhino, and Green Goblin down now.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like we've got Iron Man down on Andrew's side, and somebody just passed that top light pole.
I believe that's Ant-Man above the light pole.
Yep.
And it's looking like we're getting a Dr. McOctopus. So a couple things were forgotten from some teams this weekend. Talking to Ben earlier, he forgot his Dr. Voodoo card.
Oh my gosh.
How important is that? Shane forgot Sinister Traps, which is an
what
incredibly
a card.
important.
You need it. All right, Andrew just put down Black Widow, and now he is placing
Wasp. Wiggity Wasp.
Wiggity.
But X-Pac says, hey, how are you, man?
Oh, Captain Marvel going down. Very excited to see Captain Marvel. We're good.
All right, we're going to go into that, the power phase.
Oh, yeah.
So I believe 3 rounds today. Tomorrow will be 5 in the start of the singles event, and then a top cut down to, I believe, what would be another 3 rounds for the top cut, I think.
We start at 9 tomorrow?
8.
8. Check us out early, get your cereal. It's like Saturday morning cartoons, but way more entertaining.
It's 100% true. And as you know, if you're familiar with Frontline Gaming at all, Kicker always brings a lot of cereal.
He does.
A lot of cereal.
Am I making it up, or does he love Cocoa Pebbles?
I think Cocoa Pebbles are his go-to. Okay, that's going to double. Shane is double moving Toad here to pick up that hammer.
Yep.
You know what they say about what happens when you hit a Toad with a hammer?
Same thing that happens to everything when you hit it with a hammer.
Everyone else.
Very appropriate that you have Frog Thor on you.
I do. Yeah. I got a little Throg action and some Alligator Loki. It matches the LVO shirt very well, I think.
Yeah.
And better illustration than the Saturday morning cartoons.
Yes.
We don't reuse any of the same animation. We
All
don't
original.
reuse any of the same animation. We don't reuse any of the same animation. All right, so Black Widow is going to move up for Andrew up to that top secure, which is Extremis. And we don't reuse any of the same animations.
You might think that Tim looks like Friar John and Baloo, but you would be wrong. Right, so it looks like they're kind of discussing, chatting some stuff up. Oh. Forgot Sinister Traps?
Oh, he forgot to deploy. Not only did he forget the card, he forgot to actually tell where the Sinister Trap was. But Andrew's being dope and letting him play it anyway.
Shane's going to pass.
Where is the Sinister Traps? The bottom one? Okay. So the Sinister Traps is going to be in the very middle bottom center where that hammer be. And yes, X-Pac says that ACO is in Atlantic City. probably the most interesting smelling bayish area.
Yes. It makes me very happy that I do have a diminished sense of smell because I can still smell it. So I can only imagine what it's like at full potential.
When we got set up yesterday and walked out to grab some more stuff, and that humid funk wave hits you.
Yes.
All right, Iron Man moving as well in the center to pick up that back line by the deli hammer, some might say.
One just sits heavy in your gut, you know?
Yeah.
Anything you get from the deli
It's
hammer.
like a dagwood.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Get the meat sweats afterwards.
But if y'all are interested in picking up this terrain too, you can do so at Frontline Gaming using the link that is in chat. Will, listen, not cost you anymore, but it will certainly help support the network.
Yeah. And if you plan on going to any of the Frontline Gaming events, any of their qualifiers or LVO or anything like that, you can hop on over using that link and get your tickets through there, and that helps support our show.
Yep.
We would love to see you do it.
Especially those LVO tickets. They're about 70% sold out right now. I don't believe there's going to be any left through the end of the month.
Yeah.
So I would definitely use that link, get over to Frontline Gaming, pick up your LVO tickets. A lot of places to qualify still. Last week on... From who?
All right.
All right, so this is an attack from Green Goblin into Black Widow.
5 dice.
All 3 go through.
Wow.
That energy fence on Black Widow being very weak.
Yes.
He did get a wild too, so he's going to be applying Incinerate. Great start.
Yes.
Guess what? That's
Very,
only
very strong.
one energy defense
Yeah.
now on Black Widow
Oh, my gosh.
against a Goblin of Green, who's somewhat of an incinerator himself.
Trunk on cider. It's the smell of shattered dreams and seagull poop.
Speaking of...
But a little bit of Axe body spray.
Cider drinker, there was someone stopped by, Savage and Ravensguard, and dropped me off a cider called Arsenal from Cider House. It's a semi-sweet event blend hard cider.
Perfect.
Very nice.
To have at any event.
Yesterday was my birthday, and I gotta say, there has been a lot of liquids being dropped off for me, and I heavily appreciate it.
And you didn't even have to drive yesterday. Well,
I didn't.
You did have to drive to meet me, but then I drove the rest of the way.
That's true. I didn't even
offer.
I didn't even offer help driving. Cannot stay long. We just wanted to pop in and say, "What up, nerds?
Hey.
Aegis, how are you, man?"
What's up, nerd?
All right, so Ant-Man moving up there on the top, and he's going to transform so he can hitch a ride. It was my birthday yesterday. I used to change it around a lot on Facebook, but I stopped doing that.
Wow, 2 crits.
Ooh, that's a solid roll.
Wow, and another one.
Is that from Ant-Man into...
Yes. Toad.
Ant-Man did?
So taking 5?
Yeah.
Dang, from little tiny baby Ant-Man?
Listen, he can get it done, I guess, you
Yeah.
know? Wow.
It's because Paul Rudd doesn't age.
That's
why.
right. That's right. And then Shane is going to say, you know, I'm going to finger guns and just moonwalk right out of there.
Toad's a slippery boy.
Ooh, stretch.
Wow.
Ooh. Thank you. Wow.
Wow.
Goblin
Oh,
is going
dope.
to trick or treat and explode that
He's
size
exploding
3
my coffee shop.
house. Danny, I'm sorry. May your coffee house rest in peace.
Worth it. The best kind of coffee shops are the ones that are exploded.
That's what I've always
I'm
said.
just saying.
So coffee makes a lot of people explode in some ways.
Oh, real.
Some more than others.
Yes.
But that's going to be 4 damage here going into Ant-Man. So
That's a nice retaliation.
It
there.
is.
I really think so.
All right, Ant-Man is going to pay 1 as a reactive to shift here. So the way Tricks and Traps works is that it explodes a piece of terrain. Ooh, that's
not
no
great.
defenses there. That's Ant-Man taking 4.
Yikes.
Yeah. Oof. Oofer de goofers. So once again, huge shout out to Lindsay, our new eyes in the sky, who doesn't even need an eye patch. Okay, so then Ant-Man is going to interact with the Extremis Council, healing 1 off of himself. Was that poor Starbucks or a poor guy's life saving invested in his custom homebrew?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was a local coffee shop, but it was owned by a larger corporation.
Right.
So it's a little bit of both. No dreams were lost, though, because Ben was not the one that did it. Lindsay is the temporary tailor. Tomorrow we will have Alyssa as a temporary tailor. Ben might even temporary tailor a little bit. And there is a new title that Ben and Shane are fighting over, and that's the most times on a stream weekend. On stream. So Shane was on 4 times at Everwinter. Okay, so Juggernaut is going to move up. He's going to get a little bit of power, some extra dice, and then he is going to go ahead and push himself into Black Widow for 1 automatic damage. She was sitting on 1, so that is going to daze Black Widow. Is a temp tailor like a temp tattoo? It is. Mm-hmm. You have to remove it with alcohol.
Yep.
How do I apply to be a temporary tailor? Listen, we're always looking for more temporary tailors.
Check out our website. There's a Google form you can fill out. Right. All we need is your social security number, your driver's license ID.
Front and back of at least 2 credit cards, just to verify your identity.
A sample of your DNA.
Just to verify your identity.
Mm-hmm. Captain Marvel moving short.
So it's going to be Captain Marvel, I believe, behind the apartment building, I'm going to guess.
Yeah.
Because there is a secure down there. Firstborn.
We don't want any more kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, though. Unless they're old enough to be a temporary tailor.
Yeah, unless they can work and we don't have to pay them, then 100%. All right, so it looks like Marvel's going to keep moving and grab a hammer.
Yep. Cool.
I would call that move marvelous.
Marvel. You know I love a Miss Marvel. Captain
and then
Marvel.
that Sinister Trap is going to go off. That's going to be 3 damage.
Holy cow.
And because damage went through 3 damage, right?
3 damage.
And then he's going to get to move her. We've seen that Shane there popping in and moving that Marvel. Oh my God, can them erupt me? Devil Pup, are we going to be seeing you? Where you at? Hey, Peter. All right, and then she will move right back to get at that point. He will pick up the hammer and give back a Sinister Trap token. Okay. So for real, which facility is ACO housed in this year? Oh, it is at Harrah's.
Yeah.
Harrah's Resort. And then Captain Marvel will also interact with the Extremis Council to heal 1. That is going to put her to only 2 damage taken.
All right.
You can't make it this year? I'm also very sad. That's Stinker McGinkers, man. All right, so I believe because we're only 3 rounds today, we might be going straight through and just doing boom, 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 all 3.
Yep.
There might be a break for some food after round 2, but we'll see. Looks like we're getting a Rhino activation now. Oh, a Dr. McOctopus. Can't. Life got a life. Listen.
I feel it.
Okay, and that's a hammer on one of Dr. Octopus's hands. Well, Devil Pup, I got good news for you. The weekend of July 7th, we will be doing the Salt City GT. Tickets are available, and they're starting to sell. So we hope to see you there.
Yeah.
That'll be in Syracuse, New York. Just a hop, skip, and a jump for some.
For some of us.
But we'd love to see you there.
So Wasp moving up, it looks like, in front of that deli.
Yeah, getting some takeout on the way.
It's interesting that he's waited to activate Sam.
Mm-hmm. Well, that long mover, but he's so far down on the deployment line. You know what I mean? Like if he was in the middle, keep him variable so he can kind of back up somebody.
Maybe he's got a plan though.
Yeah.
That's something that people do that I don't do.
Yeah.
Just have a plan.
All right, just double moving that wasp. And this is going to be a rhino charging through some terrain directly into... Oh, just a gore, not charging through it, but this is a gore onto Captain Marvel. Showing 2, but with a crit on the attack, nothing on the defense, so at least 2 going through. All right, didn't convert the crit, so just the 2.
All right.
I will try. Mr. Right Mad himself has badgered me repeatedly to go. I really appreciate that. We're trying to make that event do well, and Ben is an absolute goon, just muscling people into going.
He really is.
So
I feel like it's hard to say no to him, too.
It is.
You know?
All right, and what does Rhino say to Dormammu as well as Captain Marvel? This is a robbery. Was that on there?
Yep.
Oh, nice. And then throwing Captain Marvel into the corner of the building for the second part of that tactics card, and she'll take 1 from it. Okay, looks like we have
Sam's
Sam
going
moving up.
toe-to-toe.
Okay, that may be what it was for. Was to, he knew that Rhino was going to be coming.
Yeah. I feel like there is definitely like certain schools of thought, right? Where like, do you move your affiliation leader first? Do you wait till the middle? Do you move them last? To kind
Yeah.
of like see what is happening. Like you said, with that deployment zone, he was a little on the low end, but it seems like he maybe had this in mind because Rhino was deployed before Sam was.
Yep. Yep. All right, so that's going to be 4-2 for the Spider Foes. Going into round 2, that will also keep priority with the Spider Foes. So, an actually pretty high damaging first round.
Yeah. Right, to have a day's first round.
And a bunch of damage on both sides,
Yeah,
too. Ant-Man obliterating a toad.
Yep.
Like, a dazed Black Widow. Captain Marvel taking 3 from Sinister Traps.
And then taking another 2.
Oh, yeah, she only took, well, yeah,
Because
another
she
3.
healed. Right,
Oh,
right.
that's right.
Yep.
She did heal the Extremis.
Yep.
Well, and so much Extremis use in round 1, too. Because she took another one from the building. So, wow,
Yeah.
yeah, she took 3 from that, then 2 from the attack, healed 1. Wow, she must be alive at 1. So, Rhino is going to start right out with a gore into Captain Marvel. Just take her down now so
I
she
feel like
can't
that would
binary
be-
for him, right?
I think that would be my move as well. I think that's very smart on Shane's part.
Only showing 2. Captain Marvel blocking 2.
Right,
But
and he did
as a-
convert.
As the Spider Foe affiliation ability, he can re-roll one of the
Yep.
defense dice, and it will also convert. So that's going to be nothing on the gore. I think he's going right back for it. Okay.
So nothing went through, so do it again.
Much better roll there. 2 crits in a wild. But 3 blocks already.
3 blocks, yeah.
No
The crits don't
conversions.
convert. Woo!
Well, that's surprising. You just got to throw some terrain at her.
Hydrate. That's not great for Shane. Good news for Andrew, though.
Yeah. Captain Marvel's a boss.
She really can be.
All right.
Andrew's looking over his stuff. Seems like he might want to use a tactics card. Maybe not.
X-Paxes. Whoa.
Wow.
10 gift subs, man. Thank you.
Thanks.
That's, oh, look at the people that got it, too. So that's going to have Ghostal and Chewy. Chewy, how are ya? Thy Dr. D, Biggin, The Bleepcast, Battle Squig, SF Little, Snake Juice, TX Twiz, and Sir Chadwin all getting gift subs, X-Paxes. That is so awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Paying 1 to what? Heal? All right, so that looks like it's going to be an activation with Ant-Man for Andrew, using the Extremis console again to heal up a little bit. And now he's going to hitch a ride, much like in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. He wants to take you for a ride. Will these use BAMEs be on your YouTube channel? Yes, they will. All right, now he's going after the green goblins. Wow, showing 4 with 2 wilds, 2 blocks, so 2 are going to go through there. Wanted to celebrate my car repair was under extended warranty. Awesome.
Hooray. I feel like that never happens.
Right?
Never. They show you this huge list of everything that is covered.
But a broken axle apparently was
Not
on
one
there.
of 'em.
Well, congratulations, man.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 2 on the goblin. That is also going to have him change form here. Get a little bit bigger. He still seems so tiny. He's getting big.
You're such a big boy now.
He's been eating his P's and Q's. And then a bullet ant barrage. It's a beam that is also going to hit Toad, looks like.
Nice.
I haven't seen Ant-Man play like this in a long time.
No.
Andrew's piloting him incredibly well. And he's choosing to target Toad first. It will hit both Green Goblin and Toad. And okay,
Got
roll.
2 hits and a crit. Crit
Converts
converts.
the crit.
1 block. And a wild.
So it looks like 2 going through on Toad. I think that takes Toad down. Sure does. He's measuring out where to put the hammer.
Nice. Incredible play with Ant-Man. Holy cow.
Yeah.
You love to see it, Chuck.
I mean, so tempting, right, to want to go with Miss Marvel first.
Yep,
Or Captain Marvel.
Absolutely.
All right, and that is a banger
Wow.
of
1,
an
2,
attack
3,
onto
4 and a
Green
crit.
Goblin. Green Goblin blocking 3 at least. Go 4.
Oh, so he
Wow,
doesn't
only
take
1
anything?
going through? Only 1.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Just 1? Oh, Goblin is also poisoned and
Okay.
stunned with that, though.
Wow.
Listen, Bull and Ant, all you needed was to take down that Toad, and that was real good. Real good. A little bit of a whiff on Goblin, but listen, you can't have it all, you know?
Yeah. And I think you're right. It would have been tempting to go with Captain Marvel, but where she is right now, like Rhino's activated, Sam's right there. So she's actually in a really good spot. There's no immediate threat. So
Yeah.
definitely this play with Ant-Man was definitely, I don't know how many more times I can say definitely in a sentence, but it was definitely the way to
I
go.
definitely think you can.
I definitely agree.
All right, we'll try this gift from a viewer. All right, Goblin is going to hit and run.
little retaliation.
So this is going to give him a shot first, and then... Okay, so this is going to be on Ant-Man. Ant-Man's going to go small. That way he can re-roll some of his defense dice.
Nice.
Once again, just great Ant-Man play. Really, really cool to see. By the way, these team names, I don't know if we went over them, but Shane is playing for Senator Kelly Super PAC.
Yep.
And Andrew is playing for A Flock of Larries.
Yes.
Both great team names.
Very
you can
good.
check everyone out and the teams that they're playing for on the Longshanks. 2 go through from Goblin into Ant-Man. Are you definite on that? Yes, I believe so. Senator Kelly Super PAC and A Flock of Larries. And the Longshanks is right here. Longshanks. Boom. And
I think, are you definite on definitely?
oh,
Thank
nuts.
you. Thank you.
Okay, now Goblin has picked up that hammer and he's going to attack Ant-Man again, showing a cocked die there. It was a hit either way. And that is an Ant-Man down,
Okay.
Charlie Brown.
Well, at least he had a really great activation
Yeah,
to go out on.
Yeah, it certainly made him a threat.
Yeah.
It is nice to see, too, with this particular camera angle that we can see when power's going on people and stuff as well. All right, looks like we're going with Wasp now for Andrew. Yeah, sometimes I'm just super fast. Obviously, my brain is firing on all cylinder. Yes, it was Devil Pup. Yeah, that was Senator Kelly that got the adaptation superpower in the first X-Men movie. Senator Kelly being around in a lot of X-Men stuff for years, I think, at this point. Careful about those cocked dice. Don't want to get blocked. Thank you, X-Passes.
There are no horses. We're good.
Thank you, X-Passes. That was good. Wow. It's a great cider.
All right.
You could call me a cider drinker.
Nice.
All right, so now we do get that Captain Marvel.
Good.
Binary, going to be adding 2 dice to all attacks and defense rolls. Going to be going right into Rhino.
Got to.
Have to assume this is with the energy attack. If he picks these up to reroll, hopefully. No, that was with just the strike. Dang shame. He would have been able to reroll every single one of those blanks.
Doing it again. 2, 3.
There's
2
only
blocks.
1 going through there.
Yikes.
Wow. Way to not pop off, Captain. And because he's ornery, he's going to get a little bit extra power. You've got a brain cell and you're not afraid to use it, 100%. You know me so well. Also, chat, let me know how the stream quality is. Are we buffering a lot? Because I'm getting a lot of warnings of that. So probably after this game, I'll drop stream real quick and lower our frame rate. So that should make it a little bit more stable. Okay, so this is Doc Ock into Wasp. Seeing how many wilds he can roll on this, because they count as 2 on this strike. But she's going to transform to turn into a tiny little bug. Which will, guess what? Let her re-roll all of her defense dice.
Nice.
Whoa!
Wow. Okay.
Oh, that's an attack.
Right. Okay.
All right, so 3. Crit and a wild, converting the crit into a POW.
Just going to
and
reroll
then
both
nothing.
to get the same hit and a blank. So 4
All
go through.
4.
Wow.
Good golly gosh. Someone called pest control. Who knew it was an octopus?
Right? Like, you're in the animal kingdom. What are you doing?
Right?
Just
And then he is going to throw her into the stop sign. She just took 4 there. That's going to be 5 in a daze.
Yep. Great move. Great play on Dr. Octopus there.
And yep, she will be considered injured now.
Flippity flop.
Spider Foes being like, you took my toad, I'll take all of your animal-themed mascots as well.
How about that?
All right, we still have Sam left. Considering what Sam could do, I mean, he's kind of got to stay there a little bit to get that point. The huge whiff onto Rhino from Captain Marvel has got to be not dope. Not dope. Bug on a windscreen time, yeah.
Splat.
Who? Okay, Captain Marvel moves short. Oh, so with the days, triggers the Sam affiliation ability.
Okay.
She moves and heals 1, and if she had a status condition, she could get rid of it there.
Did he remember that when Ant-Man dazed?
I don't think he did.
So.
Black Widow is mixed techniquing into Juggernaut? All right, well, the cool thing about this is it staggers. If that trigger happens, and it looks like it won't. But Black Widow still being able to take damage. Did he get staggered? Nopers on the dopers. Listen, it was a good try. It just wasn't hard enough.
Yeah.
2 what? Oh, you don't want to pay the power. But did he get staggered from mixed technique?
Yeah.
Okay. I might be automatic. I might be misremembering that. I thought it was a wild trigger, but... All right, and then an energy strike. Ooh, 0 successes on the defense. 1 goes through. Will he pay this time, though? Let's see if he puts that damage on Rhino. Yeah, he does. Oh, he has to kind of... He needs a little bit more power on him. I got him. All right. Adeptatiz, yes, those are custom dice from Baron of Dice.
So on mixed technique, on a wild, it triggers elusive,
Oh,
where she can
okay.
advance short.
Gotcha. So it is automatic on
Yeah.
the... That's pretty good for 2 power,
Not bad.
right?
I do love a 2-point Black Widow, too. Ugh,
Right.
she's one of my favorite 2 points.
Also, really big shout out to Brian Watson and Sean McNamara, who are our TOs this weekend.
Yeah.
This will also be the first time. So the Tactical Rock is here, if you were curious about that. It is a rock that Brian brings around to the events that he runs, or TOs. The winner gets to sign it. There's a lot of Montreal Shark Tank names on that rock. Okay, so paying 3 for the push into Black Widow, doing 1 automatic damage to her, and he'll also remove that stagger. And I think we're going to see a Black Widow go gone. And then he's going to move to get that extra dice and some more power, and then he's going to lay into that super spy.
Yeah.
But
Ugh.
bug theme name, so it probably will be splatted here.
Yep.
All right, let's see that attack. Ooh, okay, showing 4 with a crit. Only 1 block so far, and he converts. So that is going to be 5. That is going to do 4, and that is a Black
Got it
Widow no
done.
more, I believe, right?
Yeah.
I think she's 4 on her inside. And
Yep.
she is, in fact,
Yep.
KO'd. Well, let's see if he remembers the Sam trigger here. What's that? And Juggernaut will use the Extremis Council to patch himself up a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah, nopers on the dopers.
I
Yeah,
don't
hate to
him
see it, Chip.
triggering anything.
I think I'm not positive. I don't know if he's forgetting. Well, everyone else is dazed.
Right. Yeah, he can't really do much, so.
He could do it on Sam, I guess.
Yeah.
Huh. What a rough predicament to be in. What a rough predicament. And that is going to bring it to just Sam is the last one to activate.
Yeah.
I don't think it has an option here, right? Oh, there's Iron Man still.
Oh, yeah.
By the deli.
Forgot about Iron Man.
I mean, I guess I suppose he could trigger the Sam affiliation on Iron Man, move him up into range to maybe just shoot Green Goblin and then move back onto the point.
Okay.
Iron Man also has a pretty decent push. I think it's unsized, so he could push Juggernaut off that top point and then move back onto his own. So looks like, hopefully I wasn't talking too loud there. It looks like that he just picked up the short tool. So he's delineating on exactly what. Does he go Sam? Does he go Iron Man? What's his iron plan? Or Plan Wilson?
An Iron Man, a plan, a canal. Sam Wilson. You know that, like, the things that can be the same forward and backward? A man, a
Palindrome?
plan, yeah, a man, a plan, a canal. Panama. It's the same front and back.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
A man, a plan,
A canal.
a canal,
Panama.
Panama. Huh. All right, so we did use Iron Man. Oh, to get him to a little bit of safety here.
All right.
We'll take it. Oh, he has a hammer too, so that is.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
that
scoring
was
a point.
his all of his victory points for last round was
Yeah.
on Iron Man.
Yeah.
So that's going to have, I think, Ock has a hammer, Green Goblin has a hammer, and Rhino has a hammer. And then Shane is also controlling 2 of the Extremis consoles. Hey, Cord, how are you?
Hi.
All right, he's taking a look at one of his cards here. It was Black Widow. Cap is using Airlift here, which is gonna, okay, I like that. So that is gonna let Captain Marvel move within range 2 of herself, putting her within contention of that Extremis console.
Okay.
Which is, I don't know if Rhino's close enough to be contesting it, but
Yeah, it looks close.
right?
I feel like when your hands are tied like this and you're dealing with so many dazed or flipped characters, like any little bit like this, just shoring stuff up and just making sure, I think it's worth it.
Yeah. And yep, so he'll have that back point there. He's not really going to be in range of anything, so I think.
Yeah.
And he just, he shook 2 rounds, moved a little bit, paced back and forth. Looking at the menu of the deli, just being like, do
No
I really want a
shawarma?
croissant right now?
Yeah.
Like, I just go with the bacon, egg, and cheese. All right,
4 and
another
2
4
again.
and 2 rounds. So that is going to be Spider Foes at 8, Avengers at 4. As we go into round 3. So taking a look at some of the other people's lists that we've seen around, it might not surprise anybody, but Ben is running Brotherhood. Alyssa, however, is running Midnight Suns. And then Web Warriors for Andrew on that particular roster. Talking to Rob Reel earlier, and he was forced, he said, to play Malekith.
Forced.
All right, so that is going to have, I believe, somehow even dazing 3 characters and KOing 1 will still have Shane with priority. Which is wild beguiled.
Yeah. Some of the other affiliations we can look forward to.
Yeah.
Hydra, Cabal, Black Order, X-Men, X-Force.
Oh, I believe there's an unaffiliated
There
player.
is an unaffiliated, yeah.
So my understanding is he needs to win 2 games in tomorrow's tournament. That's Savage. He's on Ravensguard's team. He's trying to get that number 1 affiliated spot. I love it. I love the
That's awesome.
shtick.
That's really awesome.
All right, so Octopus is going to arm laser the Wasp right now.
And we've also got Convocation and Criminal Syndicate for the
Nice.
team tournament. So really wide spread.
Great attack roll so far. We're showing 4. And converting a defense roll there, even after Oscorp Tech comes in and tries to muck it up. All right, no Pierce, though. So no Wild. He loves that Pierce. And then Dr. Octopus will follow up and be like, you know what, the lasers didn't work. Maybe I just need to smash a bug. You know what, I know this. This is like my purpose in many things, so. And we're going to get a sacrifice here onto Sam Wilson. Immortal Hulk must have really given those players hope. So Alyssa was telling us about a setup with some R&D and some Wong where you can really do some devastating
Yes.
things with Immortal Hulk all in
Yes.
one.
I would love to see if that works out.
So that is 7 successes
Wow.
because those wilds count for double. There were
Oh,
2 wilds
wow.
there. Okay, so that is going to be a dazed Sam Wilson right out of the gate.
Wild.
Once again, animal theme.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. Everyone but Iron Man is animal themed on that particular roster. I'm pretty certain, right? Yeah, Ant-Man, Wasp, Black Widow, and Captain Marvel, I suppose, isn't. But everyone else is.
looks like we've got at least one game that's wrapped up.
Really?
Rob Reel over there.
All right, going to be moving Miss Marvel with the leadership here. Doc Ock does have many hands, and they are all very busy. One's holding a hammer, one's shooting lasers, and one is smacking Sam Wilson. So I assume Rob Reel won.
Yes.
So I know he's probably going with a very short list that is mostly about Malekith just murdering everybody. So it looks like we're getting a terrain throw. All right, just trying to take down that wasp, this time throwing garbage at her. And she will block nothing, but she's small, so she does get rerolls, converts it to. So only one damage through.
Great.
Wow. Good on her.
She's alive with her hive.
Right.
You know?
She may be called Wasp, but she's acting more like a queen bee.
Oh, yeah. Tune in all weekend for more great puns.
If you want bee puns specifically, listen, you came to the right place.
We got them.
Iron Man is a party animal. Tisdale coming in to save the day. All right.
Okay.
So
All right.
what animal is Miss Marvel? Captain Marvel. That's the only one we need to figure out. Is there a particular exclusive animal to Denver, Colorado?
No.
The Denver omelet's made out of animal. What's that? All right. So wife is into Doc Ock. Wasp going into Doc Ock here.
Maybe like Carol Danvers had like a nickname when
Yeah.
she was in the armed forces, and it was like something like that.
I was gonna try to shoot for the Carol Danvers omelet,
Ah, okay. All right.
and that's just gonna be one going through on. Wow, with such an awful defense roll, 2 skulls and a block. He only did 2, so only one's gonna go through. You hate to see it, Chuck.
Transform.
There's a free one. The Danvers Ram. I don't hate that.
Oh, okay.
Healed 1 on Wasp with the Extremis Console. Dr. Blocktopus somehow 100%. You know what? As a pilot, Captain Marvel may have flown a jet in the Blue Eagles.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
All right, so going again here. Wow, we're rolling really well on this one. 2 crits, 2 hits. Looks like no. Okay, Doc Ock only blocking. He's not Dr. Blocktopus no more. He only blocked 1 there. He's going to be taking 3. And she's going to turn small, baby doll.
Apparently, Kitten. One of her nicknames was Kitten.
Oh, there we go.
Her dad called her Kitten.
Aw.
Boom.
Brought it back around. Thank you, Danny.
Yeah, I also do really like one of her nicknames is also Cheeseburger. It was her call sign as a U.S. Air Force pilot, kind of like Tom Cruise is known as Maverick in Top Gun. Only she got her nickname after going into a G-Force simulator right after lunch where she had a cheeseburger.
A cheeseburger.
You know the end. Also, Warbird. So
yeah,
you want
that
to call her
works.
Kitten, you want to call her Warbird.
All right, so we're getting a hit and run into Wasp. Ooh, okay, that's a spicy roll.
Wow.
Showing 4, blocking 1. And Shane can force a reroll there. Ant-Man took 3 there.
My goodness.
Could she be a little rambunctious? Very probably. Almost definitely.
Warbird. Caw-caw.
And gonna hit him again with those pumpkin bombs.
Well, it looks like we've got some emergency glue action going on over there.
Uh-oh. Bringing in all the TOs. over there. They had little ambulance sirens on their heads to fix the model. Oh.
Get him the Gorilla Glue. Oh, goodness. That's 2 blanks.
2-4. Going through. Blocking nothing, but she gets the rerolls, and 1 converts.
Okay.
And then I think, and that's a KO'd Ant-Man.
Yikes.
Wow, what a deadly Spider Foes team.
That's crazy because I really thought that like Andrew had a good chance after that incredible play with Ant-Man into Toad, but then I feel like once he whiffed after that.
So Toad is the only one that's not a Spider Foe. Or he has Juggernaut too. Gotcha. So Toad and Jugs. Like in Warbird a ton. Yeah, that was a great find, actually, Denny. Oh, Wasp fell apart. Oh, that stinks.
Yeah.
Yep. Gotcha. I thought that was on the table over.
No, yeah, I was like, what does he have in his hand? Actively gluing.
So Goblin is going to Extremis Council there to heal 1. Hanging out with his buddy Juggernaut. The Jug Goblin? Maybe not.
The Gobbernaut?
The Gobbernaut? You heard it here first. So in Marvel Snap right now, there's a like a contest of champions thing going on where you can get a carnageized. There's like the venomized versions of things. This one's a carnageized version of Green Goblin.
Oh, all right. That's fun.
All right, what does Andrew do here?
Not even sure.
I mean, he's got Sam, Wasp, a very hurt Wasp.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he still has Iron Man too, though.
Yeah. Didn't Sam get dazed, though?
Sam did get dazed, yep. I guess it's a good thing he was running such a wide roster.
Yes.
Because they're going down like hotcakes. Tim's next character name? Yeah, 100%. Who is? Marvel is going to Energy Blast Rhino. She has lost the binary form, but can re-roll all of the dice and seem to work out there. Only 1 damage going through, though. Rolling 3 successes and having Rhino block 2. So what effect on the game happens when a mini breaks? Is the character no longer usable, or can player continue to just use the base? They can continue to use just the base. It also makes it a lot more convenient, you know, when the character gets KO'd. Okay, binary forming here, getting the extra dice. Now this time being able to re-roll all of that stuff. No blocks. Converting 4.
4. Awesome.
So with that Rhino hide, Rhino's only going to take 3 from that. And she'll use the Extremis Council to patch up a little bit.
Good move.
Actually, pretty solid activation from...
Good move with the Warbird kitten.
Right? And the cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger Warbird kitten. Sounds like a name that a celebrity would give their child nowadays.
Yes, yep.
Come here, Cheeseburger Warbird kitten.
Who's
Mama
the kid?
loves you.
Who's the one that like named their kid Apple?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Goop.
With Chris Martin, lead singer of Coldplay.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
Yep. Their daughter's name is Apple, and she is a spitting image of her mother.
Really?
It's crazy. Truly crazy.
Truly,
These
truly,
kids
truly
have it
outrageous.
made.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you. Just got a tableside delivery of a Rhino is?
The size 4 building is going, yes, we were so hoping for this yesterday when we were setting up. Like,
Right.
please, somebody throw that building. It's a size 4 big boy.
Marvel only blocking 1 out of the 5 from that size 4 building.
Yoinks. She's, yeah.
4 in a days.
Yep. Oof. feel like she's been holding her own pretty well over here.
Yeah. Yep. And then Rhino's going to stampede so he can get to this back line and hang out with an Iron Man.
What's up, Iron Man?
So I believe we're going to have a Gore here. He's certainly in range, and that's going to let him drop within range 1 of that back objective. Nick Cage entered the chat with the whole cheeseburger naming. Yeah. What was his kid's name? It was something really wild. Oh, Superman's real name.
Clark Kent?
No, his Kryptonian name. Kyle-El? Something like that.
Okay.
He named his kid.
That's dope.
Kyle? Kale-El. There we go.
Okay.
Ooh, we figured it out. Iron Man moves up on top of that delicatessen, or deli for short. Hey yo, watching without sound at work, just wanted to check out who was on stream, heading to ACO as soon as I get off. Hype train at maximum. All right, and he's going to gore Iron Man.
I'll pantomime my excitement since he can't hear because he's listening on mute.
Ooh, and a hydrate from Will. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We can't wait to see you. A lot of the Pork Roll Protocol guys came up to an event that we did at Bearded Dragon Games.
Yeah.
Which was super nice to see all of them all. 6 damage and dazed into Iron Man. Look at that roll.
Goodness.
All right, Baron of Dice.
Like, you literally can't do anything against a dice roll like that. Like, Shane's dice have just been so on point.
Yep. And that's the thing. The dice and the train are both characters in this game.
Yep.
They got to be respected. Yep. So Iron Man did have a hammer as well. So that's now a hammer on Rhino.
Oof.
So that is going to be... He has all 4 hammers. He has 3 of the extracts. That's going to be 7 points for Shane, bringing him to 15. Unless he can get a character down to that bottom, which he might be able to with Toad.
Yeah.
And that would win him the game in round 3.
Incredible. Oh, it looks like we're getting a judge. Peaches,
I love you. Oh.
Thank you, Cord.
All right, so we've got Brian Watson. Nope, we've got Shane and Brian.
Gotcha. So I believe that's...
What were they weighing in on?
What were they asking about? Gotcha.
Okay.
Yep. So the question was whether you could interact with a different Extremis Council. And you can, as long as it's not the same Extremis Council. Toad is going to hop. And then we are probably going to have 2 media. I don't think that's enough to get him there. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, gonna tongue punch Wasp.
Oh, all right. Was not expecting that.
Well, it's just how he's been
crit?
rolling, right?
Doesn't convert that crit, so it's 3.
And he has him re-roll it, so 2 are gonna go through here. And
Incinerate.
incinerate. Oh, that was a spit. That wasn't a tongue punch. My apologies. Welcome back, Tisdale. And here's the tongue punch. Oh, already once again stellar here.
Crit doesn't convert.
But blocking 2, Shane can have him re-roll one of them. Or maybe that's only once a turn, the Oscorp weaponry. So it looks like 1 is going to be going through, and it will KO Wasp.
Oof.
Now the character is as broken as her model. All right, so we are... All right, so that is going to be... I think Andrew's not scoring anything.
Doesn't look like it.
So I believe that's going to put it, as we go into round 4, 15-4. I mean, what do you do if you're Andrew in this situation? Go down swinging?
I think so, yeah. Yep, you try to take out any of Shane's characters if possible.
And as we go into round 4, that's going to be 15. I keep opening up Andrew and not Shane's. To 15-4. Oof, oofers. Wow.
So as far as like team tournament rules go, this could hugely benefit Shane's team, right? If he can
absolutely.
rack up a ton of victory points, then that kind of follows them throughout and can act as a tiebreaker. So this is beneficial to Shane, just because normally I would say like, well, if I were in this situation and I knew like I've got 4 points, you have 15, I'm probably done. Yeah, I might try to go down swinging. I might also say, you know what, good game, I'm done.
Yeah.
But for Shane, that works out really well.
Well, and when you look at the tiebreaker portion of it very specifically, that's a great point. So, I mean, Andrew could pick up a couple here. Any little bit could help.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a Sam Wilson Red Wing Assault into Dr. Octopus. But yeah, it's strength of schedule first. But effectively how the team tournament works is all 3 players play their game. Hopefully 2 people win and 2 people lose out of those 3, and that's how you decide the winner.
Gotcha.
Actually pretty good so far. Rolling 2 crits, 2 a hit, and a wild. Doc Ock not blocking anything.
All right.
And that's a dazed Doc Ock.
Wow. Okay. Pop off, Sam Wilson. Dang.
Right.
Where you been, boo?
I mean, incredibly difficult here for Andrew to prevent him from scoring at all, but you never know. So we have a shield throw into Toad now. Look at that roll. These dice have reversed.
Okay. Crit doesn't convert, but that's still 3 wilds. A hit and a crit, so
That was
5.
5
blocking
and a
1.
ricochet. Toad is KO'd. Okay. Listen, we're
Wow.
getting somewhere.
I wonder too if Andrew's like, where the heck have these dice been the whole
Right.
time? You know, like, because I can't think of anything in particular that Andrew's done that I'm like, oh, I don't know that I would do that, but it's just the dice.
He took-
Shane's dice were so hot.
He took those Baba Yaga dice. He's like, oh, I put them in this pocket.
Oh, gotcha.
I think Toad eating wasps makes sense on a bunch of those.
Ooh,
All right, so Rhino.
that deli is going to Iron Man.
Ooh.
Doesn't block anything.
He should be rolling 4 dice here. Lindsay, he should be rolling 4 dice there. Tell him he should have rolled 4 dice for that dodge.
Just rolled another skull.
We tried to help, so he's taking the whole thing -1 for the reduction. Did he daze from that? Okay.
That's very funny. At least it didn't do any more harm.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
And we have a gore here, I'm assuming, into what has to be into Iron Man?
I would assume so.
Lindsay, what is this? What is this? Oh, he's recalibration mage thing. What is he recalling, though? On what? Who's this to or from? Oh, Rhino is attacking Iron Man. Okay. Listen, you know, his first roll just didn't have as many skulls as he wanted. Okay, so he does reduce. So he does block 2. Rhino did 3. It reduces by 1 to a minimum of 1, so 1 still goes through.
Yeah. So that's
And that is
Iron
a
Man.
KO'd Iron Man.
So now-
Wow. Just Sam and Miss Marvel left. Captain Marvel. Ugh, you gotta stop doing that. I've read a ton of Civil War before she was Captain Marvel.
Okay.
So I've always known her as that.
Gotcha.
But I gotta be better. Don't be sorry, be better. Marvel moved with the affiliation. Rhino heads right back.
Yep.
Incredible
At that
activation
point.
from Rhino.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep,
Jeez
that was
Louise.
great.
Oh, but as you were saying, sorry. First tiebreaker is strength of schedule. So if you place people that were winning, you have a better tiebreaker. But the second one is just victory points scored.
Nice.
So whether you win or lose the game, just grabbing as many of those points as you can. So effectively, Shane could win this by grabbing another 7 and be at like 22,
Dang.
which would be not only a win for his team, but huge for the second tiebreaker.
Yeah.
X-Pack says, thank you so much for the bits. What a dope dude. Gotta run. Enjoy ACO weekend. Absolutely,
Bye.
Leland. Have a great weekend, dude. Leland of Aegis Brand Studios on YouTube, putting out a whole bunch of great Shatterpoint and MCP stuff. Scoring differentials. If they're what? I don't know what that means. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not enough. That's above our pay grade.
Yeah. I assume he's asking if, like if he forfeits here, sometimes on a forfeit you get a certain amount of points automatically or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
Or I could just be dumb and have no idea.
You're doing your best with your one brain cell.
Yeah, right? But if you're just joining us, this is going to be the end of the first round, or one game of the first round,
Yes.
of the 3-on-3 team tournament here at the Atlantic City Open. And I'm going to energy blast Rhino here. 3 skulls. Are these my dice?
Right?
Huh. I mean, one still goes through. If you're interested in this pre-marked map or the terrain that is on the board, you can in fact get that all on Frontline Gaming's site. If you use this particular link, whether you're buying event tickets, mats, minis, or terrain, it helps support the streaming of these events directly. So we really appreciate your support there. In addition to Amazon Prime subs, if you have Amazon Prime, you can link your Twitch and give a free sub every month. It doesn't cost you a nickel, a dime, or a dollar, but helps support the network and helps us travel to a lot of these events to provide the coverage.
Yeah.
Maybe you're really close. Maybe you're in New Jersey and you just can't make it work this year. Maybe you're Devil Pup, who, by the way, does some fantastic work for us on the Discord, coordinating our Blood Bowl League.
Oh, nice. Thanks, Devil Pup.
Which we're just entering the finals of the season now. So if you're interested in a Blood Bowl 3 league online with some buddies, you can join the Discord. Rhino is going to take one from the Energy Blast, the second one. You can join that Discord right here. Last and not least, as far as things to go over, and there's far more things to go over, but we have a Shatterpoint giveaway. So if you were looking to pick up the core box for Shatterpoint, you can enter completely free of charge, and you can also even enter multiple times a day, right here. And Ms. Marvel is going to hurl a Rhino off that Extremis console.
All right.
And then somehow Juggernaut teleports in.
I know. You got to give Andrew props. Oh, they just shook hands. They're done.
Yep.
You got to give him props, though, for still really just trying to chip away with Captain Marvel, doing everything he had with what he had.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, he played a good game. He was making good moves. The
Yeah.
dice betrayed him. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like that. And it ends what? And it'll
21 to
end
6.
21 to 6. Welcome back, Heather. So yeah, so
Very
that
cool.
first game going to Shane. Oh no, I was just gonna write down the score and the.
Sorry.
So Shane will take the W there. Ooh, it's a green pen too.
Yes.
It wasn't just green on the outside; it also writes green. And it ended 21 to 6. What's that? Yes. Sorry about that. There you go. But yeah, so great first game, and yeah, like we were saying, Andrew played an incredible game. Once again, piloting Ant-Man in ways that I simply haven't seen
Yes.
the efficiency for before, especially on stream, especially at a competitive event. He did an incredible job, but yeah, just some of those 3 skulls on a defense or a dodge, and Shane's a very good player, very talented.
Yes.
And Shane actually had taken a break from MCP for a while to focus heavily on Kill Team. I believe he's the host of the Kill Point podcast, which is a Kill Team podcast. And I believe for the rest of the Atlantic City Open, he is playing Kill Team, but really wanted to do the team event. It's a newer format to MCP.
Right.
We saw it at Ironweld. We saw it to a minor extent at LVO. It was one of the side games that was being played, I think, on Sunday. And the first LVO qualifier for a team game was at Ironwell just a couple weeks ago that Brian Watson ran. It wasn't a straightforward qualifier, but every team from the winning group got points that go to their qualifier.
Gotcha. Okay.
And we had Tyson on last week. You can check that out on the YouTube or on the podcast. Wait, did I roll a wild? A Marvel Crisis Protocol vlog, where Tyson kind of went over how the whole system works, how you get points, what they look for with points, and how many different ways there are to qualify for the Las Vegas Open. That'll be in January of next year. Those tickets are up and live. Will be there. X-Paxis will be there. A lot of people will be there. Be dope from the Gophers. Brian Watson coming over to literally steal things from us.
It's for Ben. Shut up.
Oh, stealing on behalf of Ben, Ethan. I don't know if there's a worse sin, but
I'll do worse.
But we can't say no to Ben, so.
that's true. We can't say no to.
You like all your teeth?
Listen, I'm pretty fond of my teeth. Yes.
There you go.
Yes. But yeah, so yeah, an incredible first round. We're going to be getting into round 2 here shortly. That was one of the quicker ones. I do still see a few games finishing up. Let's take a look actually at the Longshanks, which you can see right here in the old Chattermagatters. Longshanks. You're welcome. Oh, actually, most of the games are done. There's only 2 left. So Bump, Swing, Slap, which is Alyssa, Ben, and Andrew is still playing. Also, Where's the Goalpost? Great name. That has Brendan, Mikkel, and Frank. But everything else has finished up, so it looks like, well, not everything. Let's see. So Team 10%, which consists of Bernie, Angel, and Andrew Sullivan, takes the full win. Senator Kelly Super PAC also takes the full win. Right? Or no? I don't think so. Maybe that's 1 win out of the 3.
Maybe.
But
here, it's like 3.
oh, yes,
You know.
you're right. Yep. So yeah, so Team 10% has won all 3 games.
Oh, I see. So here, Pork Roll Better is considered a draw because they have 1 win, 1 loss.
So there must be a 3rd
Same
game
thing
still
with
being
Baywatch
played for
this.
Pork Roll.
Yeah.
Pork Roll Better. I gotcha.
That's funny.
That's Rob Reel, Mike, and Dan. Hey, watch this. Also looks like they're currently tied 1-1, and that's the cool thing about this team event is usually it's not a sweep. So both the Pork Roll Protocol boys and Hey, watch this. They have 2 of their games are done. 1 win, 1 loss, all coming down to that final teammate still playing their game to decide the outcome of that particular match. So it must be that Bump, Swing, and Slap and Where's the Goalpost have finished none of their games so far. And also A Flock of Larries with Andrew. Only Andrew's game has finished.